Hello everybody and welcome back to the Premier Challenge held here in beautiful Plaza Shah Alam in Malaysia. My name is Brian Wong and joining me today will be Ang Wei. We are both Singapore commentators. Hello everyone.
And Benjamin Tan from Singapore as well. We are all from Singapore today. We will be commentating this finals match between Dicky and Taufik. Taufik is from Indonesia. Both of them will have fought their way all the way to the finals.
Alright, and let's have a look at the teams here. Dicky Vijaya from Malaysia, I believe. Coming with a team of Lilligan Talker, Formosa Tapulele, Lego, and Porygon Z.
While Taufik using a team of Tapu Fini, Marcham, Arcanine, Snorlax, Klefki, and Porygon 2. Taufik, very interesting team here with the Marcham and the Klefki. Not sure what he will be able to pull off against this match against Dicky, as we cannot review what the moves yet, as both players have not put on their headset.
The thing about Dicky is that he's in an impressive form today during the Premier Challenge. He knocked me out of top four earlier on with his religious combo where we've seen earlier in the
And looking at Dicky's team, it's definitely something you see actually in the early meta of the current format of 2017. And what do you think, guys? Like looking at Dicky's team, do you think it's unique to the current meta, or do you think it still gives a really tough challenge to the entire meta?
Well, Dicky using the Lilligan Topper, which we haven't seen for a very long time since the meta started. Ever since it has shifted towards more top tier Pokemon as like Arcanine, even Nihilego as well. But Taufik using a very interesting team with the Marcham and the Klefki. And Klefki not something we see very often in the format.
And that's very true. And actually looking at the entire of Taufik's team, it actually looks very trick room based.
Yeah, it looks quite trick room based. As for Dicky, it's definitely not. He does have a trick room core, but it seems to be more towards the fast paced side of the.
So I say this would be a battle of speed.
It's a battle of trick room versus speed.
Actually, looking at just give me a second. Looking at Taufik's team, I would say that Dicky actually has a decent advantage under Trick Room with the Talker. Because Talker is the slowest Pokemon under Trick Room. With Eruption, can do a lot of damage to Taufik's Pokemon who are not resistant to fire types.
Yes. So, Taufik's team, other than the Tapu Fini, the Arcanine, not all of them really would want to take a eruption in the face.
Actually, that will depend. Arcanine can take an eruption, and depending if it's a fast Arcanine, it will not work as well under Trick Room compared to a slow bulkier Arcanine.
Never reviewed as well.
And I would say that overall, Dicky doesn't mind the Trick Room match either, and I would say both teams are actually quite equal to each other. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, as always, it will all come down to the players.
As we are waiting for both players to start their match, fighting all the way up to this Premier Challenge finals. Who will take it home with Indonesia or with Malaysia? And we go into the team preview.
And you can see on your left, Pickering with the team of Tapulele, Machem, Tapu Fini, Machem, Arcanine, Snorlax, Klefki, and Porygon 2. And
we see Dicky using the team of the Talker Lilligan combo, followed by Formosa, Tapulele, Nihilego, and Porygon 2.
We have three potential Sash winners, which is the Lilligan, Formosa, and Lilligan. So, maybe Taufik might be wondering which Sash holder will be on Dicky's team. Formosa, is it the Lilligan or is it the Lilligan?
Actually, while Dicky actually has a good Pokemon under Trick Room, looking at the Talker, and Pickering, Taufik's Machem might actually carry White Guard, something that you'll see if he will appear or not. And if he does carry White Guard, it could choose a lot of other too.
But with Lilligan being the fastest thing against Taufik, he actually can get fast speed powders off as well to prevent any form of Trick Room going out.
But you have to see that the Tapu Fini is still on the field as well. So speed powder, and there's also a chance to miss. So I would say, and if I was in Dicky's position, I would go for the chip more than the more than trying to prevent
As
trick room.
both players initiate the handshake and are starting their first game of this best of 3 set.
They love to go.
What will both of them lead?
As we await and we see, I would say that Diggy's trainer,
Issuing a challenge.
nice proper blocking right there.
And he leaves the Lilligan topper going straight out for the offense straight immediately. While as we see Taufik bringing Klefki and Tabu Fini.
Is that not trick room?
He's Klefki said that's one trigger, but Taufik bringing this lead, knowing that he will be able to take the eruptions very well. But then again, Lilligan on Dicky's end could pressure offense to the Tabu Fini, and with as we see on this side, nice
UNG Topcon will just go for the solar beam onto Tapu Fini right there.
Exactly. But it will not be able to pick up the KO onto the Tabu Fini. It does about 60%.
What Vicky can do is switching out the ball for example, you may and still powering opinion all the time.
Okay, as you await both players selecting their moves here, what do you think they will do, Vivan?
We see Tabu Fini going for the protect, not wanting to take any damage. One row Cleffy going for the light screen, making all those eruptions, not hitting as hard. But we see Lilligan going, he goes for the leaf storm into the protect. Taufik calling it correct, and Toko going for the eruption. How much will it do to that Cleffy after the light screen? Cleffy, it flex out the Cleffy one hit. The light screen not being able to save him.
So actually, a really risky move by Dicky that he could have gotten muddy water straight away. But I suppose under sun, yes, water is cut by half as well.
And we see the Machamp coming in.
And white guard as a form or chair.
Now we do realize that the sash is not on the Clefty, meaning that Clefty does not want to take eruption at all. Looking at the current situation, I would say that Lilligan is actually in a really good position to go for a grass type move onto the Tapu Fini. As for Doctor, he can go straight for a single target flamethrower maybe onto Machamp and will still do a lot of damage avoiding the white guard.
Toko definitely bulky, should definitely be able to take any attack that Machamp throws at it. As for Tabu Fini, yeah, it pretty much has to switch out here or take a grass type attack. We see Lilligan going for the Leaf Storm, Taufik not switching out the Tabu Fini. Leaf Storm, it does about 50% to the Tabu Fini. Lilligan getting a special attack drop. Tabu Fini going for the Swagger! In this lead terrain. Where have we seen this before? Machamp attack rising. And it goes for the Stone Edge. Will takes out the Toko in one hit after the Swagger boost. Toko going down.
Another potential move that Machamp could have is Ice Punch, if I'm right.
I think the light screen kind of helps the Tapu Fini from taking damage from the
But we see Tapu Lele coming out this turn. So and then with if Dicky's Pokemon is faster, all he has to do this turn is to Leaf Storm and Psychic.
Normally looking at Trick Room and Lilligan Toggle teams, I would assume that Tapu Lele might actually be Choice Scarf. And if that's the case, Tapu Fini does not want to stay anymore and the Psychic will take it out. Either that Machamp will also get knocked out by a Psychic.
But the Machamp with its item, it might be able to survive.
I'm not sure if the
As we see Lilligan, going for the Sleep Powder and it hits onto the. I'm not sure why he didn't go for the Leaf Storm though. Even
Because
though
he started -2 and Light Screen.
Tapu Lele going for the Psychic onto the Machamp boosted by Psychic Train, but no, that is not enough.
And Machamp revealing the Assault Vest. Tapu Fini takes a turn of sleep right here.
Machamp going for the Poison Gem. Will be able to take out. And the Lele goes down. The Swagger really saving Taufik there.
A really good play by Taufik here. Though he is sleeping right now, but well, Taufik did give Dicky a choice. He either took out the Tapu Fini or I would assume that Dicky did expect the Assault Vest onto the Machamp, and that would be good information going into game 2.
Yes, but now we see Pheromones are coming in.
Well, I would say Dicky is still in a really good position because Pheromones threatens both Tapu Fini and Machamp. Now we know Tapu Fini only has a 66% chance to stay asleep and a 33% chance to wake up. So I would say that Pheromones should go for the Machamp this turn as Lilligan will switch out and reset his special attack. And he might want to risk the Tapu Fini staying asleep.
But Taufik still has one more Pokemon at the back which he hasn't revealed yet. So that one Pokemon, if it's lucky enough, it might be able to take out both of Dicky Pokemon. And we see Machamp switching out here, immediately losing. But into Snorlax, it could be taking a high jump kick or a Z move. But we see Snorlax going to sleep here.
With the amount of consistency that Dicky has been showing with the sleep powder, you might think that it might be more of those lens.
And we
onto the Snorlax now.
Oh! And it takes it out in one hit.
not even needing any Z
It's a
move.
very risky switch when you think about it. As I said, the Tapu Fini will be staying asleep. That it does have a good chance of staying asleep this turn, and switching in the slow meant that the Ferromusa could just go for the high jump kick. Knowing that it's a South Best, it cannot protect, so it just had to avoid missing and just go for the high jump kick. So that was a really risky switch in by Taufik.
I feel that he should have just left the Machamp in so that even if Machamp goes down, Tapu Fini at least has a chance to wake up and maybe take out the Ferromusa.
Well, we will find out. We will find out what was going through his mind, but I'm sure he has a very good reason behind that move. As we do see Machamp hit the field right now, Machamp and Fini both at yellow health against a Ferromusa and a Lilligant, and
Not exactly the thing you Taufik wants to see here.
and the Lilligant is still under sun. So well, it doesn't look too well for Taufik. And especially if let's see what's going on right here.
We see Lilligant going for the leaf stomp onto the Fini. Will it be able to take it out? No, barely. Fini hangs
The light
on.
screen still.
The light screen and the special attack drop. Oh, but Fini revealing the berry, the super citrus. Leaky berry. Ferromusa going high jump kick, and it lands onto the Machamp.
Now Ferromusa at +2 attack.
Assuming that Ferromusa does have Poison Jab, it's most likely going to take this victory for Dicky, and we will most likely go into game.
Tapu Fini wakes up! Tapu Fini wakes up, but
That should pick up the field of Ferromusa if it's not Sash. And it's not Sash. So
But
minus
with Lilligant on the
Lilligant
but it's a Lilligant on the field versus Tapu Fini.
and you will assume that the Lilligant is holding the sash if Ferromusa is not. So unless Lilligant is still holding the lens as I predicted, but I am truly not sure at the moment. So we will have to wait and see as we go.
Lilligant going, oh buddy! It's sleep powder hits on the Tapu Fini again.
And I think with that we can more or less confirm that it should be holding the focus. The lens. Unless
The white lens.
unless he was just going for a lucky play there, I am unsure, but we'll see the leaf storm.
Lilligant going for leaf stomp. How much will it do? Oh, that's so little to that Tapu Fini.
One thing we have to be careful is the Limstorm copies, and the TP for Limstorm isn't a lot.
As the psychic terrain disappears from the field, not really affecting the current situation of the game. Tapu Fini taking a turn of sleep right there, but we'll see whether Tapu Fini will wake up this turn as Lilligant goes for a leaf storm, chipping it down further, getting another super effective damage as Tapu Fini stays asleep once again.
Well, the light screen wears off those sweats. But if that Lilligant is not hold the sash, Moonblast might be able to take it out. But seeing it's coming from Tapu Fini, I don't think it will be able. One more leaf stomp going again into Fini. Will it be enough? But does Fini wake up? Fini wakes up! Goes, oh no!
As the swagger
The only slave!
Lilligant need to Limstorm next turn.
All Lilligant has to do is dance one more time. And we see Taufik issuing the forfeit there, not wanting to let his Fini die.
Really good play, really good game played by Dicky over there. Sorry. And now we'll see how we'll see how Taufik is going to adjust going into game 2. And I would say that while Dicky didn't review the item on the Lilligant, do you think that going Swagger or going Moonblast was the right play there?
Knowing that it is Tapu Fini after all, maybe he did not invest a lot of special attack into the Fini, so maybe he wasn't confident that Moonblast would be able to pick up the KO onto
And
the.
I would think that Lilligant is quite specially defensive as well.
It is not that bulky, but the fact that it's coming from a Fini, so maybe. And then Swagger does give it a chance of confidence, so at least it still gives a fighting chance rather than a chance at all.
That is very true as well. So going into game 2, what do you think Taufik should change?
Taufik. Well, Dicky did lead Lilligant Taufik against him. So maybe if Taufik predicts the same lead, maybe he'll bring something similar to counter Taufik Lilligant. Or he might bring something else instead. Seeing that his Klefki just set up the screens and went down in the first turn.
Truthfully, looking at the leads of Dicky, of Toggle and Lilligan, it's actually a really safe lead. As if Taufik were to do something, let's say Trick Room, Dicky would be more than happy to let him set up Trick Room. And if he's need something fast, Dicky's Lilligan can just cover up with Sleep Powder after all your support moves.
I think Arcanine would be useful for the matchup because it uses the fire type and the leaf type move from both the Lilligan and Toggle and do well against Paramosa and possibly like surviving the psychic from Akulele if it's invested right in the EVs and could have KO'd with Flavis under the sunlight.
I actually agree with that. Yes.
As we go into game 2, Dicky taking game 1 after that victory against Taufik. Now both players choosing their team. Taufik taking a bit more time to choose as he count 1 to lead think carefully before he leads into Toggle Lilligan again.
And we do recap the teams here. Dicky with the Lilligan, Toggle, Promo, Sashamilele, Nailego, and Porygon Screw.
And we start the match here, both players going into game 2 of this best of 3 set.
Well, we hope to see we'll see what adjustments Taufik make in game 2, and hopefully it works out for him this time.
Okay, as we see Dicky leading the Toggle Lilligan again. What will Taufik lead? Will he bring something that can counter Toggle? He leads Klefki Arcanine this time, not wanting to take eruptions.
I think Taufik has agreed with Benjamin's advice that Arcanine is actually a really good counter to a lot of Dicky's team. And looking at this matchup, I would say that while Arcanine is still not in a fantastic position because of the Lilligan, it does require Lilligan to hit, and at the same time, Taufik can actually switch in Tapu Fini to avoid the sleep powder. As we do wait for Taufik and
he might switch if he does predict a sleep powder into the Arcanine. So what he could do is to switch out Klefki into Lilligan and then take Klefki into Tapu Fini, sorry, and so that he negates the sleep powder. And even if an eruption comes in, it still won't be as at least both of the Pokemon resist.
And but he does have to consider whether Lilligan will Dicky predict the switch and go for the lead slot instead into the Klefki slot.
Arcanine going for the protect. What will Klefki go for? Is it going to go down to another eruption? Klefki going for the light screen. We have seen in game 1, even with the light screen, the eruption will still take it down. While we see Klefki going for the sleep powder into Arcanine. Toggle going for eruption, which will take out that Klefki in one hit.
So you go. Alright, so Taufik choosing to sacrifice Klefki over there. I would say if it's for the Tapu Fini to switch in, it's actually a really worth sacrifice. As we do see Machamp
coming in.
That is true, but now there's the threat of sleep powder, and now you have to wonder if Taufik did actually bring Tapu Fini at the back, or is it actually some other Pokemon?
If he does predict a sleep powder and an eruption, he could go for the white gut plate if he does carry it.
Well, it's Pokemon that Machamp might be having a softness psychic from under the game.
Yeah, so seeing it takes so much, but I don't think it is carrying white gun because of the damage it took. It should be a softness.
Now, considering that, let's say if Tapu Fini, as we do see Lilligan going for the sleep powder, let's see who goes on to the Machamp.
Sleep powder cannot miss on Machamp due to its ability, which is hurting Taufik in this situation. And we see Dicky going for the Zemo. Oh no, that's not Dicky, that's Taufik going for the Infernal Overdrive onto Dicky. It should be going onto the Lilligan. But going to Lilligan, a bit of the overkill over there, don't you think so?
Actually, it's going on the Toggle to chip in for the eruption damage actually. But
it is going on to Tapu Sun boosted. How much will it do to Tapu? It does about 50%.
Actually.
Machamp taking its first turn of sleep.
And I actually do think that because of this, the Machamp will take the eruption much better. Now I actually wonder that Taufik is prioritizing the Machamp instead of the Lilligan, but I actually feel that the Lilligan might be the bigger threat here.
And we see Machamp definitely a soundness here, taking that. Even Sun Boosted is taking that eruption so well after.
Now the good thing about having a faster sleep user Pokemon is that Machamp actually takes his first turn of sleep quite easily. And Arcanine goes for the protect here. No one did take a sleep powder from Lilligan. Let's see what does Lilligan go for. It does go for
Another
the sleep powder.
sleep powder.
As we do see Machamp does not wake up, and I will assume that Talker is going for another eruption.
Oh, it goes for a heat wave this time. Of course, not going for eruption after getting half of his HP chip. Still not doing a lot to that Machamp. And we obviously know that Machamp is a Soundless.
That Machamp Assault is actually paying off right now as he can take the sleep turns and go and take both attacks and sleep turns.
If Taufik does predict another sleep powder into Arcanine, but he could potentially switch out into Tabukini. Oh, he goes for extreme speed onto the Lilligan, bringing its potential focus slash, going for. So we now know that Lilligan is probably not the.
Well, actually, even with the white lens, it's more than capable of missing. And
Machamp still choosing to sleep.
Machamp taking a turtle of sleep right there. A bit unfortunate for Taufik, but it doesn't really matter at this point unless Lilligan goes for the Leaf Storm next turn actually, which could matter. But I would think with Assault Vest and Light Screen, it most definitely will survive.
But seeing how much the first extreme speed did to Lilligan, we do know it won't be enough to take it out again.
As Taufik switches out Machamp, going for the Tapu Fini as expected. Will Dicky go for the Sleep Powder or the Leaf Storm? If he went for the Leaf Storm, this would be a very good switching for him. As Lily goes for the Sleep Powder, but under Misty Terrain, no such thing. As Landis goes straight, I will assume into the Lilligan to take it out.
Yes, it goes into Lilligan, taking it out. No more Sleep Powder, no more
Leaf
Storm.
As both Pokemon resist Fire type moves, Talker's not going to do anything this turn.
No chance to burn. The top one technically dead weight now with both Fini and Arcanine.
Actually, that did quite a considerable amount of damage to Arcanine even under Sun, and well, it was Sun boosted, but Arcanine does resist heat wave, so that did quite a good amount of damage.
Most toppers do choose to carry Solar Beam so that their matchup against
Hey, as you do see the Jellyfish comes out, Ninetale comes out for Dicky. Now, actually, if that's a slow Ninetale, I don't think it still outspeeds Fini, but it should outspeed Arcanine.
We shall let Brian talk more about this Ninetale as he is a very familiar user with it.
Well, I would think that if it's okay, looking at Dicky's team, he might have trick room to have something synergy with the Talker, but hey, we never know. It might just be a very vanilla Ninetale for all we know. And looking at so. Taufik switches Arcanine here, going into the Machamp, so even if Power Gem goes to the slot, it's not going to do a lot of damage. As Niger chooses to protect,
not wanting to take any damage. We see Tapu Fini go, going for the huge house! Wow! Leading it now on, and Machamp goes all the way back to full. Tapu going for Heat Wave, should still do a considerable amount to Machamp.
No, actually, not.
No, not even.
So, but Taufik using a really old strategy here with the side heal pulse.
Actually, the heal pulse has been it has been quite.
It has been in use recently in the 2017 meta. But actually, it's on actually that was people use it with floor healing actually. And
we did see Aaron Sabradan saying use it on his rotor with Snorlax. He's using heal pulse and stop power. But we see Slush Room going into the Tapu Fini.
Ninetale will bring the life over there.
Tapu Fini going for Swagger again.
And I would think that this time Talker is going in for the Ninetale slot as Talker is not threatening him at all.
Machamp wakes up, goes for the cross chop onto Ninetale, won't be able to take it up in one.
Yeah, with Ninetale paper defense, there's no way surviving a cross chop from Machamp as Heat Wave comes up. As proven before, it's not gonna do as much damage. Looks like a crit. Nope, no crit right there.
Machamp living very comfortably now, and there's no chance of burn because of the Misty Terrain. But we do see Paramosa coming in, and we do know that there is no way a high jump kick can miss onto the Machamp.
But you would think that Arcanine will be switching right now to intimidate the Furromosa, and Machamp going straight for the Furromosa as we do know that it's not carrying the focus sash proven from the last game. And Talker is not threatening Arcanine whatsoever, so it's really a free switch from Tapu Fini as we don't see Tapu Fini return to Taufik, and Arcanine comes in, most probably dropping the Intimidate onto Furromosa to not allow it to pick up a KO onto the Machamp. We'll most probably see Machamp going for an attack here.
But we see the Furromosa not having focus set, so most probably as it does reveal its Zemo fighting here. Since it did not have this focus edge, the Z move was quite obvious as
Fighting cockroach, as we do see Formosa unleash its Z move
humbling.
and we do see the 1659 punches coming out. Probably going to the Machem
Machem?
slot as expected.
Definitely will be able to take it out in one hit.
I don't think so, as it's
No,
not taking it out.
even with the intimidate, it's still not enough for the Machem to survive.
Actually, I remember there was a count where actually speed could take out Formosa. I actually do not quote me on that, but I don't know. Wait, does he actually take out extreme speed? Oh wait, extreme speed, does he actually take out Formosa from the range? I don't think so.
I don't think extreme speed will be
Might be
enough.
the choice back after 9.
Toppo going for the solar beam, but there is no sun at the moment.
And with Formosa getting a +1, it nullifies the Intimidate. And now, with Tapu Fini on the field, I would think Formosa is going for the Poison Jab. And that fighting on Z might actually have saved Dicky from losing. Actually,
But if Dicky calls wrong and goes for the high jump onto Arcanine, he will just move past his head. Oh, it goes for the double protect. So, did he predict the protect?
no,
Or
I
he
think he's actually just coming for Solar.
But if you predict the high jump kick into Arcanine, you should have attacked the Tapu Fini.
That is very true.
Conflict afraid of the poison jet from the Formosa.
Right.
Now Security should be able to kill Formosa.
What actually if you think about it, high jump kick could have knocked out either one, so a double play was a pretty safe play. And now Formosa is most likely under extreme speed KO range with Formosa's really paper defense and Toko cannot take out.
We see Arcanine going for the extra hit into Formosa. Will it take it up? Yes, it does. And Tapu Fini should be able to finish the. Oh, it goes for a hero house. Not wanting to kill.
Dicky going, Topic playing safe right there, and Topic is probably going to take this game unless he may go for a miracle critical hit. I mean even miracle critical
Even the
doesn't really help you.
Oh, Rocky going for the heat and talking Tapu Fini's Mickey Berry.
Actually, I was actually wondering that Taufik might have wanted to end the game a bit faster, not reveal any more information. As now Taufik is required to attack one more time. Who knows if he misclicks and reveals maybe another S anyway, Dicky forfeits.
As we see Dicky forfeiting, and now we will be going into game 3. Taufik readjusting from game 1, and now hopefully he will be able to readjust to the if Dicky decides to leave the Liligan Topper again.
Well, looking at Dicky's team, Benjamin, what do you think that Dicky can adjust? I would think that Taufik expecting the Liligan Topper lead once again, and it is a very safe lead. But hey, we never know. Dicky might adjust here. So Benjamin, what do you think?
I think the should continue to use Tapu Lele just to make sure that I can use it in any way. Like then we can reset the terrain so that to make sure the Lele can stick around any of the Pokemon from outside.
Actually, if Dicky is afraid of extreme speed, he always can bring in his Lele so that he can, with the terrain, it will be able to make sure that Arcanine won't be able to use extreme speed at all.
What was the four Pokemon that Dicky brought? Formosa,
Toko, Liligan, and Lego. We also
actually, personally, I would think that taking on me Lego, I can't believe saying that, but taking on me Lego and putting in Tapu Lele would be a better choice, as Tapu Lele with the scarf actually outspeeds the entirety of Taufik's team, and Taufik's team does not like taking a psychic under terrain at all.
Actually, Taufik, once he gets his Machem at +2, and then if nothing can outspeed or the Machem can take the hits very well, it's actually quite dangerous for Dicky. Because other than Formosa, none of them can really hit the Machem for a very big amount of damage.
And one thing I figured out is after seeing the swagger on Tapu Lele, I was wondering if Matthew had the swagger and power play combo.
Then he's actually a really viable lead as well.
Yeah.
As we do get into the game. Now, I would think that it should not bring Nihilego at all because Nihilego does not actually do a lot to Taufik's team. Speaking of experience.
As we see both players going to the last set of this best of 3. Winner here will be the champion of this previous challenge at Plaza Shah Alam. Dicky leading Liligan Toko for the 3rd time in a row. One will Taufik lead. Going for Klefki Arcanine again.
We do see history repeats itself once again. So now, you would think that Arcanine is going for a Protect and Klefki is going for Light Screen once again. Well, do you think there's any deviation to that move?
Well, actually the Klefki we have seen, it has been there only to set up light screen and die. Because
sorry.
technically once light screen goes up, Machamp will be able to live very thingy.
Really though, I would think that Clefty should switch into Tapu Fini this time because with a Flabby into Lilligan, which is most likely going as Clefty goes for the light screen one again.
Not wanting to switch into Tapu Fini. Maybe he's predicting that. Oh! It was mostly counter anti-void and the Pyranium Z coming out from Taufik.
Not much of the difference from the previous game, but I would still prefer that Tapu Fini actually switch it and Diggy goes for the Flabby onto the Lilligan instead. But this works out fine as he does chip the Toggle, yes. And now you actually wonder if you can take out Clefty at this point because he's actually chipping right now. He's probably going to drop down to half. And with light screen, hey, you never know.
After goes for the eruption. Don't think it will definitely. Clefty should be able to survive with the light screen. Clefty taking that quite comfortably from the side above. Clefty now has another chance to set up another. Could set up another screen for some reason, but no reason to. Or it could go for another setup.
Well, actually we do see Toggle switching out, going into the Tapu Lele as expected. Probably didn't bring Nine this time, realizing that maybe Nine didn't work out as well for him. As we do, I would say Reflect coming out. No, Sleep Powder. So we realize that Clefty is not going for Prankster move this time. So I would think Foul Play or Foul Play.
It could be a foul play because. But oh yes, Clefty going for the foul play. Who is it going down to? Lilligan? Yes, it goes for Lilligan, maybe breaking his potential focus there. I think Nicky brought the Tabule so that if he did decide to bring Machamp Psychic, would be able to give the Machamp a very big threat. So maybe he just wants to threaten the Machamp so that as we saw in game 2 Machamp they give him Nicky a lot of problems.
Now that Arcanine is taking a turn of sleep, I don't think switching Tapu Fini in unless to reset the terrain. As we do see Clefty going back, I would think Tapu Fini is coming here to reset the terrain as Tapu Fini comes here. But we do see Taufik, well, he looks pretty pleased with his play, but we'll see what Dicky is doing. Dicky doesn't look too happy as Sleep Powder does go into the Tapu Fini slot, which was once Clefty, and Psychic goes into Arcanine. Without the terrain, it's not going to knock it off. And it doesn't do as much.
Because there is no psychic terrain to
But
boost
even
the-
then,
But there's like a screen.
oh yeah, that's right.
With the light screen boost.
Wow, light screen actually saving Taufik, really proving to be really effective in this match. As actually when you realize it, Dicky all has special attack besides the Formosa. So light screen actually a really good attack against Dicky's team.
As we see Toko coming back in. Maybe predicting a fire type move going into that slot again. Arcanine is still sleeping. But at this point of time, the Arcanine is sitting there quite comfortably. And we see Fini going for a huge house. Making the HP all the way back to full.
I think if I learn anything from watching movie big days, it means that having terrain control is actually really important. So what Dicky can do here is to actually switch Doctor back out into Tapu Lele and go for the Sleep Powder onto Tapu Fini. If Tapu Fini does not protect, it will be taking a turn of sleep. If it hits, of course.
Yes, he can choose to make that play. But Taufik might predict it and either switch out or protect. As we see Toko going out, is it going to be the Lele? Yes, it is the Lele. Is Sleep Powder going to go into the Fini?
Yeah, if I can wake up right now and just let it
That's true.
Top Fini goes for the protect, not wanting to take any sleep turns.
Legal goes on Sleep Powder, does the Arcanine stay? Oh, Arcanine wakes up! Goes for the Flash onto the Lele slot. It will most likely knock it out under Sun without any intimidation.
It goes for
onto
the
Liligan actually. And Liligan knocks out, knocking out one of the biggest threats to Topic's team. And as I think if you realize that Dicky actually went for the Sleep Powder onto the Arcanine slot, probably predicting it to switch out and predicting the Tapu Fini protect correctly, but unfortunately it didn't work out at all.
Actually, with the turning up, the Arcan, I felt he should have taken out the Lele because if the Lele does give more offensive pressure with the psychic turning up.
That is true. And if Machamp is at the back, I don't think there's any clean switch that Taufik can do. And then maybe the Clefty, but even under terrain, I don't think Clefty would enjoy taking psychic. As Formosa goes for the protect, what will Taufik go for here? And Dicky psychic. Oh, Arcanine goes for the protect. Did Dicky psychic into that slot? And we will see.
He goes for psychic into the, or he predicts the protect and goes for the Tapu Fini. Not doing a lot with the light screen. Tapu Fini but wasting its turn and going for the Moon Blast.
Actually, more of predicting the protect, I would think that Dicky actually predicted the Tapu Fini to switch out so that he can catch a free psychic on the switch in.
I think also to second the period now, like switching out Arcanine into Cappy because Raposa will go for Z move of the Arcanine. So
That is very true as well. Now, I would think that playing a late game Clefty might not work out for Taufik, but it could matter if he can set out a late game screen as well. So we'll actually have to see what Taufik has in plan with both players most. Actually, Taufik locks it in already.
Arcanine going, switching out, coming into Clefty, maybe predicting a Z move. So if by switching in Clefty, wasting a Z move, but no, we see Psychic going into Tapu Fini. What does Ferromosa? Oh, like it! Poison Jet predicting the switch. Wait a second, yes, it takes all out the Tapu Fini.
Dicky actually playing a really good move there, because he knows that Taufik already protected his Tapu Fini last turn. He can safely double target into the into that slot this turn. Arcanine had the potential to protect or to switch out, wasting a Z move as Benjamin said earlier. But double targeting into the Fini slot actually ensures a knockout either way.
Arcanine switching back in, but being slower than the Ferromosa can pressure with a Z move.
As noticed on the last turn, Formosa actually took out the Tapu Fini, so Intimidate here is not going to matter as much as the attack is now reset. Did you get a -1 when you're switching?
No, it's now a neutral due to the beast boost it gained from taking out that Tapu Fini.
Okay, so looking at the current situation, Formosa is very safe to go for a Z move unless he predicts Arcanine to protect. I would think that Lele is going for the Clefty this turn, trying to take it out, preventing from setting out a reflect potentially. So what I would predict Taufik to do this turn is to go for a protect and a reflect play. If Clefty is really carrying reflect, as we don't see the reflect coming out from Clefty, what will Dicky go for?
Dicky choosing to, but then he goes for Psychic onto the Arcanine. That will still do a lot with the Psychic trade. I don't think definitely, even with the reflect, I don't think that. Yeah,
I think he'll take out any of them, truthfully, because Clefty, yeah, well, it's pretty defensive. It's a Formosa's Z move, and Arcanine is well within range, even from reflect, even from -1, even at -1.
Maybe a protect will have saved, but there was no point in protecting that.
650 punches going to Arcanine, probably going down to the.
Oh yes, and it does go down. Definitely from that range, it definitely would have gone down. What will be Taufik's last Pokemon? Ferromosa getting a Beast Boost now at +1.
Really gotta appreciate fighting against this animation, it's really very cool. And we now await the final Pokemon from Taufik. It is going to be the Machamp with Lele on the field. Not a very nice situation.
And Dicky should have realized by now that Machamp cannot protect, so he has to do it to Psychic and High Jump Kick into the Machamp. The Machamp cannot avoid any of the attacks.
That is very true.
And he's going for last option, last resort, Light Screen. Maybe try.
Well, actually, depending if I actually don't know Machamp's bulkiness here. As you can see, Psychic going to the Machamp. Machamp is well within High Jump Kick range.
And High Jump Kick going into the Machamp and finishing it off.
And Dicky most likely gonna take out the win here as Clefty on his own can't take out Lele. It actually can. Yeah, we're coming back. But it can actually take out Formosa with Taufik. Probably.
The poor little Clefty, last one standing there.
Hey, I mean, we should probably see Clefty go for the bounty of Formosa at least. Come on, at least talk it out. As Clefty, as Lele goes into the Psychic,
I think
it doesn't do as much. I don't think this.
No, goes down and takes out the Clefty. And Dicky is your Premier Challenge champion, taking home 20 championship points.
Actually, a really beautiful game played by both players. They both played really, really well. Taufik adjusted incredibly in game 2, and even in game 3, he proved that reflect and light screen is still very viable.
Yes, he did. In game 2, he definitely played the Tapu Liligan game very well, adjusting with modern Tapu Fini switching. But in game 3, Dicky learned how to play around him and was able to take out all his Pokemon with smart switches.
And as for Dicky, yeah, he played a really, really good game, and conserving Formosa from the back, and a team with Formosa and Tapu Lele, a Scarf Tapu Lele, would mean that you are outspeeding basically the entire meta without any Scarf. So keeping those two at the back, and with Lilligan in front to under Sun, that's 3 Pokemon that's outspeeding Coco, and when you outspeed Coco, you are outspeeding everything. So it may look like a trick room team, but actually it's a really fast team which has trick room options. And I would think that Dicky's team is really good when it comes to speed wars.
Surprisingly, Taufik, though he didn't bring his trick room options, if he played around the switches, maybe he could have brought trick room, which would have been quite dangerous about against Dicky's team, as we see everything is fast.
Actually, when I think about it, Taufik could have went for the Snorlax. And yeah, there is Formosa on the team, but then under trick room, Formosa is not going to do much unless it's number 6.
That's why as we see Dicky's team is fast, and then everything's like fast, and then there's like one Porygon there.
Yeah, and I would think that Topper, yes, it's good under trick room, but against Snorlax, it's very questionable. And both players did play really well as expected from a final game. And yeah, that was a really well played finals.
Yes, it was a very well played finals indeed. And next we will be proceeding. I don't think we will be having any winner interview for this.
Alright, so
match.
thank you everyone for coming down to Planasha. And we are your commentators
Signing out. Thank you and have a nice day. Peace.